So this is my Europe sketchbook because I went there for 3.5 weeks, touring different countries and stuff. So I thought I would film it because might as well. My other sketchbook I'm almost done with, but was just specifically dedicated for Europe. So I thought we would just dive in. So we were there for 3.5 weeks, and we didn't get I didn't get as much sketchbook time as I would have liked, but I can't. I mean, my parents paid for the trip, and they're the ones that made the schedule. Can't exactly go against that because they pay for it. Anyway, so just cover page because this page sucks, and I just put Europe 2017 on it. Filling up the page. Normal opening page. I did 4.5 because technically, this is in between sketchbooks and I didn't really finish it. So there's that. Goals. Map of where we went, which this is actually wrong. We were in Denmark for 2.5 hours. We went to Italy, then to Austria, then to Germany for a day. Back to Austria, to Switzerland, and then we went to France. So there's that. But I didn't feel like changing it because that was too much work and it was already there, so whatever. This was when we were in Denmark. Just got, a building down, which looks awful, but, I had 3-4 minutes to draw that, so, we were supposed to see this mermaid statue, but we didn't, so I just drew a mermaid, because, whatevs. I was starting to feel jet lag. It's awful. Horrible. This is now in Rome. I was doing some gesture drawing, which now, as I look back at this page, this is horrible gesture drawing, but, you live and you learn. And then everybody smokes in Europe, which, if you smoke, whatever, it's fine. It's your choice. But for me, from going from America, where not a lot of people smoke in public, I have to say, they usually do it away from people. It was, the smell was insane. It was a culture shock, really. And then their metro ticket, and then this was another building, which looks awful, but whatever. We're gonna keep moving on. And then there was a cafe, which had cute little umbrellas on top of their chairs. We didn't go to it, but we passed by it. And I just kept thinking of Mary Poppins and her umbrella and flying. And I was like, that'd be, cool to be on a chair. And your chair just starts flying because it has an umbrella. There's that. And then motions of the day. This is my the hostel we stayed at. It was early in the morning. I was tired and groggy, but I was like, let's get some sketches down, So I remember this. This is now in Florence. We went to this cute little, more of the, I wouldn't want to say urban, not the touristy place, to go to in Italy. Is where, the local people live, which I like when I go to places. And they had all this graffiti and stickers everywhere. And, some of the stuff that was there was beautiful. And I was like, why would you, this is great. Why wouldn't you put this in a book, not, on a wall where people can, defile it? But whatever. That's just my opinion. And then we went to go see the sunset on the top of this cliff. We weren't the only people thinking that. We went there late. So there's just this crowd of people, and me being short, I was like, I can't see anything. But I did sit down and do some gesture drawing, which I was like, I'm chill with this. And then we went on a bus that day, and oh my gosh. Me, who gets very claustrophobic, it was awful. I can't even think about it. It was awful. Just too many people in one bus. This is still in Florence. We were waiting to go in into a chapel, and there's this huge line, so my parents just stayed, and I was like, I'm just gonna go sit on a bench and draw. There was about maybe 15 artists outside of it selling their art, and so I drew them. More gesture drawing. Oh my gosh, my hand is cramping. I need a better setup, but I don't have any money for that. Anyway, so more gesture drawing. There was a horse outside. Another horse. We went into another museum, and we saw some statues. So I was like, girl, I'm gonna draw that. So there's that. This is where I was trying to, you know, be a lot more sketchy with my stuff, not worrying about line art, because that's mostly what I do. And then I had this funny idea of what the statues would feel like if they woke up and saw that their body parts were missing and broken off. So that's just what I thought. I put that there. And then that day in Florence as well as Venice, which was the next day because we went there, it was record-breaking heat since like since 64 years, and I was just like dying because I went from California dry heat to full-on humidity where I was just, the moment you walked out you were just soaked in sweat. It was awful, but I lived. Then we went to this one place outside of the chapel at night where they had a bunch of classical it's not bands, is it? Classical bands? No, it doesn't sound right. Orchestras, that's what I'm thinking of. So there were orchestras outside. There's like 3 different, and each other would, they would alternate in playing songs. And so people are outside watching, so I drew some more just for drawing and stuff. This was the Airbnb we stayed in. I got to make my own Magnum bar, which was pretty chill. The watering fountains over in Europe are freaking amazing. I mean, in America, there's just blocks of metal, and I mean, sure, that's cool and junk, but I mean, they had like full-on fountains where they, you know, you'd fill up your water bottle. That's freaking cool, in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna prop myself on this shoebox because it's right here, so I don't shake so dang much. And then I got some pencil lead and a brush pen while I was there, and it was blue lead, which I was stoked for. And then I made my Boku no Hero because I was on Instagram, and I was just like, I gotta make one now. I have to make one. So this is Gyaku. Her quirk is explained on my Instagram, which I kind of just barely started. I mean, it's been a month, and I'm very new to the artist social media, so I don't have a lot of followers, but whatevs. I just do it for myself. To just get my name out there. My Instagram is Rei-sketch, just like my YouTube, so if you want to hit me up, I'm over there. And then, yeah, the quirk is explained on my Instagram as well as there, so if you want to pause it and, like, read it, you can go ahead. This is when I was using my brush pen, and over in, this is our last day in Venice. There was a bunch of masks and stuff, so I did that. Now in, Austria, to a bike, cafe we stayed at. This is me using the blue lead that we got. This was my Germany drawing, as well as my slight Austria drawing, because we did a Sound and Music tour. So that was pretty chill. I posted this on my Instagram. This is just more of a completed line art drawing. Me being obsessed with my Boku no Hero. I finally got my Kanken backpack, so I was like freaking excited because I've been wanting one of those forever. I don't know if you can see this very well. I mean, I can even see it with the naked eye, so I mean, we're in the same boat, but this is just some statues that I saw at one place. So I took pictures and drew them later while we were on the train. And then, yeah, just a mermaid character that I made. And then a few days before I drew this, we went to this weird, like, canyon lake thing. I can't even explain it, but it's really cool. And so you'd go down along this rock path, and you'd finally hit this ledge area where you go into the canyon, and it's super freaking cool. And then they had like these cute little goblin characters everywhere, just to kind of have a more fantasy kind of feeling in it. It was pretty awesome. And there was no one there because it was raining, and I was like, I don't like this, finally away from people. And then I thought of this idea of maybe if I glue in a piece of candy wrapper, it will look like a dress, and it didn't really turn out that way, but you know, whatevs. I'm gonna just keep moving on in my sketchbook. And then some character development, because I was finally getting more inspired. This is now in Switzerland. More character development, loving the blue lead, so keep drawing that. Just a character I made, I don't really know. And then there's a bunch of goats over there, so I drew that. And then I was trying to draw some cows, but they just looked creepy when I drew them, so I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna draw them. It was raining on our last day in Switzerland, which kind of sucked, so we didn't really do as much as we wanted. And then I was seriously regretting not getting some red lead at the art store that I went in Italy to get the blue lead and then that brush pen that I got. More characters. And then in Switzerland, they had these like fairy-like creatures that, instead of hair, they had flowers. And then this gnome character, so I drew that. Thumbnails that I was going to try to make a digital piece, but I don't know if I will. So we'll see. This is now in France. We went to the Louvre, right? Yeah, the Louvre. Hopefully that's correct. I don't know. Gigantic museum. Gesture drawing. Went to the Egyptian area. Pretty chill. Went to the Greek area, so drew some statues. That was the famous one. Don't remember the name, but it's the famous one. And then the day before, it was my 18th birthday. And got a wonderful surprise that morning. And we went to an art store, which I was freaking stoked about. But I got pickpocketed. So I lost my phone that day, which kind of sucked. Because I can replace the phone and it's fine. But I just had all my pictures on it, which kind of sucked. But, well, now I have a new phone, so it's fine. And then we went to Versailles, which was freaking amazing. I could have spent hours there just sitting and just enjoying beauty. So pretty. I mean, I finally understand why. Well, I understood why before, but like I fully I sympathize with the peasants living during that time. I mean, I would have chopped that dude's head off too. That made that. And then yeah, just princess character. We were on a train back, so I drew some people. Finally using that red lead that I got. At the art store that I got my phone freaking pickpocketed. I got some red lead because I saw it there and I was like, I ain't making that mistake again. Then we went to Napoleon's grave, and there was a bunch of armor and junk, so I drew some characters there. And then surrounding Napoleon's grave, there's why is this not focusing? There are these 12 angel-like characters surrounding his grave, representing the victories that he won for France. So I do that. This was outside of the Eiffel Tower because we didn't go up, which I was kind of happy about. Because when I want to see a view of Paris, I want to see the Eiffel Tower in it. That's what makes it look kind of more French. So going to the top is kind of, I think, anticlimactic. Because, you don't see the Eiffel Tower. That's just me. I mean, that's the same if I were to go to Tokyo. I'd want to see the Tokyo Tower in the distance, not be on top of it and look out not to see it. I mean, that's just my opinion. Yeah, so just some drawings. We went to another place where I got to draw some more landscapes, which this looks awful because, I'm lazy when it comes to drawing trees, so it just looks like scribbles right here. And then when I went to that art store in Italy, not in Italy, what the frick, in Paris, I got some different colored brush pens, so I was trying to be, spontaneous and stuff, but it didn't work out very well. I was eating a lot of food during Europe, so let's just say I feel like I've gained a lot of weight, but whatevs. It was worth it. Doing more red, red lead drawings and stuff, so I drew these actually on the plane home, sadly. Metro ticket that I just taped in later. More going home drawings, because I had 12 hours on a plane. No music, because I didn't have a phone. My siblings wouldn't let me. My parents had the 7, which I had the 6 before, and I hate the headphones because they hurt my ears, and they didn't have any of the music I liked, so I was just like, I'm going to sit down and just stare off into space, because that's all I could do. Either draw or stare off in space, because I could not fall asleep for that 12 hours. So this is Aquarius, just getting something down, because I was just so bored. Just like, let's just make symbols, because yes. So there's that. Brush pen, this was another color I got. Just trying to be, more spontaneous, try to commit to lines and junk, so there's that. And then these are the last couple pages, so it was just like, I'm going to draw some anime stuff. And kind of the ranks there are where it goes, kind of somewhat anime, borderline Disney, the full-on anime, and then the extreme where it's just like pure. I mean, the jaw could like cut someone, like it's freaking insane. And then I drew a butt because, you know, whatevs. And then this was me documenting the fact that I've finished the sketchbook. Well, somewhat finished. Finished the trip, and I'm done. And that's it. I have so many pages left, but I ain't gonna draw on them because that ruined the fact that I made the sketchbook just specifically for Europe. So that's that sketchbook. My other sketchbook I'm almost done with, so that should be posted up probably, I want to say like next month or so. So, yes. Instagram, Rei-sketch, so if you want to follow me up on there. Tumblr, Rei-sketch, all my social medias. But yeah, that's about it. Cool. Peace out.